Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now today's video is very informal, but I did just want to bring you this video because I wanted to update you on how things were going with my mini cut now that I am over 2 weeks into it. If you hadn't already seen my previous video, which was part 1, you can click up here to go and watch that directly. Now, just a bit of an update, I have been super flat out the last week or so getting everything ready for my brand new challenge that has just launched, my 8-week challenge, which is called Goal Getter. Now, I announced this challenge on my Instagram, and it is an 8-week challenge. It is completely new for Lauren Simpson Fitness, and it is a really good one. So if you wanted some more information on the 8-week challenge, then you can click here and it will take you to my website and also where you can sign up. But anyway, back to my mini cut. I wanted to keep it real with you guys that not everything goes 100% to plan. I haven't been on point with my diet. I haven't been on point with my training, and I wanted to remind you guys that even your biggest idols, even professional athletes, people who you consider to be on top of their game, also have off days. And for me, that was me this week. Dieting is hard. As much as we want to, or as much as you put out there saying, oh, to lose fat, you just need to be in a calorie deficit. To lose fat, you need to move more, sleep more, stress less. It's so easy to say, but at the end of the day, it is actually really hard. You are going to feel uncomfortable, you're going to feel hungry, you're going to feel a little bit unmotivated at times, but I guess the thing to remember is that even though you are going to feel uncomfortable, with this does come reward. As they say, nothing worth having comes easy. So yes, dieting is hard, but what we want to do is really try and minimize these challenges, minimize these obstacles that you do face along the way, and avoid potential mistakes that do often come up and are common for people when they embark on a fat loss journey. So as women, our bodies fluctuate so much. One day you will wake up and you'll be checking your abs in the mirror and you'll be like, yeah, I'm lean, my diet's working. And then the next day you will wake up and you feel bloated and you look in the mirror and you're like, something's happened, my diet's not working. Well, that is exactly how I have been feeling over the past week. Some days I feel good, some days I don't. And it is mentally tough because the days that you wake up and you don't feel great, they're the days that you kind of just want to throw in the towel. But those are the days that are really going to make or break you. These are the days that you really want to push forward in order to keep consistent with your goals and to make sure that you are making progress along the way. You don't need to strive for perfection with everything that you do, but you need to be consistent to make good progress with your physique. Here are some of the top dieting mistakes. So number 1 is to rely on the scales too much. I myself used to weigh myself every single day, and it used to be so mentally draining in a way. You used to solely be so fixated on this number and really let that determine and dictate how your mood would be for the rest of the day. So I gave up weighing myself a lot because at the end of the day, the scale doesn't pick up things like fluid retention, muscle gain. It doesn't pick up like hormonal fluctuations, especially as females. You know, your body goes through a lot, especially at that time of the month. There are so many different factors that come into your play with your weight. So that is why I think relying too much on the scale and letting this dictate your feelings and your progress is really a lot of people's downfall. If you don't see the number, that ideal number that you want, a lot of the time you just give up, which is not what we want. Another dieting mistake is being far too restrictive on yourself and your food choices. For myself, I used to be a typical clean eater. I would basically only eat white proteins with green veggies, and I maybe might have like a little bit of fats in my meals. I wouldn't eat a carb, and I was really deprived of a lot of essential micronutrients. I wasn't healthy, even though what I was eating would be considered really healthy, and my health did suffer because I was very, very restrictive on what I was doing. I thought this was the only way, and I'm sure many of you guys out there think that as well. But now what I do is incorporate flexible dieting, which does allow me to have control over the options that you do want to eat, and no foods are off limits. So if you are feeling like your favorite little bit of chocolate, you can include that in your day. As long as you are hitting your calories, then your body composition, calories determine your body composition. If you want to lose fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. So that means that, yeah, you can fit in those little treats that you might like, maybe not in the portion size that you might like, but you still can fit in little bits into your day and ultimately achieve the results that you want with your body. So dieting doesn't need to be miserable. You can still enjoy the process. You can still include foods that you enjoy eating along the way if you do adopt a more flexible, a more balanced approach to your foods. When people are overly restrictive, this is when I do see things like binge eating come into play, because you are so restricted that it gets really, really hard, and then you just give in and you go all out. So that's why flexible dieting has really helped with my relationship with food. Another mistake that people make when it comes to their fat loss is that they expect their results to be linear. So what this means is that you expect that your weight is going to be going down and down and down and down till you reach your goals. But fat loss doesn't work like that for sometimes no apparent reason. And sometimes we might be up and then down, a little bit up and then down. So it's not always, our journey is never just like that when it comes to fat loss. It can be all over the place, and this can really be a mental challenge for a lot of people. If you jump on the scales, that's why I say scales are bad, to weigh yourself all the time. If you jump on there and it's not progressively getting, you're not progressively losing fat, then you are going to be, I guess, feeling a little bit unmotivated from your goals and being on track. Another big mistake that people make is failing to plan, put a plan in place to get their fat loss results. So whether this means preparing ahead with your meals, knowing exactly what your intake should be, then meal prepping, or having some kind of structure in place so that you are aware of the foods that you can eat. This happens a lot. People just wing it, and that is why they don't get results, because you are not organized in your approach to your fat loss. Another big one is that a lot of you out there have an all-in or nothing approach when it comes to dieting. So that means that you are either 100% strict or absolutely zero, blown off the rails. So what this means is that we need to strive for progress and consistency over shooting for perfection, because it's those people that are always shooting for perfection that if you fall off track, you are really going to hit hard with it. And it is those people that don't stay consistent, that might be 100 one day, then 0, then 90, then 0. They're not going to get the best results that you can sustain long term. So what we want is to create healthy, lifelong habits that are something that you're going to take with you for a long time, and not just go through these phases of all in or all out. So those are just some of the common dieting mistakes, and myself, I have definitely learned from these mistakes and have made them many, many times over myself. And this video, as I said, is very raw, very just on the spot. I didn't really prepare anything for it this week. I've been flat out, but I really wanted to still be able to put out some content to you. But this is a bit of just an update on where I'm at, mostly just with my mindset as well. I had kind of shared on my Instagram that I wasn't feeling too good about being off track, but at the end of the day, it happens. We are human, life happens, you might fall off track, but just accept it and move on. I myself have gotten back on track, and I'm feeling a lot better than I had been the last few days, because you know what I told myself, that it's a new day tomorrow. It is a new day, it's a fresh start, and I'm not going to let myself continue spiraling down this negative train of thought. I really wanted to wake up positive and know that yes, I'm gonna keep my diet, yes, I'm gonna train hard. And I think that when one thing starts going good, then it kind of is a chain reaction to how you're feeling. So if you're feeling like you're stuck in a rut, just know that you can get out of it. Know that just one small change, one small positive change in your day can really impact your entire rest of everything else that you do, whether it be your career, your relationships, training, eating, everything, life. So here's to a positive next few weeks of my cut that I am just continuing on with. I am going to America tomorrow, so again, that's why this video is very unplanned and rushed. I just wanted to get something out there, but I'm going to America, which is really exciting. I'm going to be vlogging while I'm over there. Me and Mark are traveling to LA, and we're also going to be in San Diego and heading to Cancun as well. But if you had any ideas for what you wanted to see while I am traveling, then please let me know, leave a comment in the box below and I will get to those. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I know it's not probably the most exciting one, but I hope that it helps, I guess, give a bit of an insight into the fact that even myself and those people that you really look up to are humans. We are real and we have our off days too, but it's important to know that we can also turn that around and get back on track, as can you. So thanks anyways, guys. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you hit subscribe, and I will see you again soon.